Greetings, citizens of the internet. My name is C+Hero, Hero Vtuber, and where is my chat box? What the heck? What is wrong? What is wrong with that? Hang on a second, guys. Hang on. Let me just fix this up real quick. And there you go. All day. We're now back here. Wow, that was kind of weird. Anyway, how are you guys all doing on this lovely Friday, May 16, 2025? How you guys are all doing? Yeah, wow, today was a very busy day for me because, like, I have to wake up, like, early today, also very super early tomorrow, too, but I woke up very early today because I need to drop off a CD for a family member because she has to go to the hospital sometime soon later, too, and we also have a follow-up appointment for that, so been quite a little bit busy, and I feel a little bit tired today, and a little bit tired than usual, but I'll do my best. And good evening, Johan Ramos, how you doing? So, for anyone who look at my weekly schedule, tomorrow I'm gonna go on an ocean duty. In my last stream, I explained that I'm gonna go fishing tomorrow on Saturday, and I can't wait for that, but I am gonna be waking up super early tomorrow mornings, much earlier than I usually wake up, so I'll probably be streaming a little bit shorter than usual, but I do want to catch up and make some progress in the story. For Honkai Star Rail. I doubt that we will complete version 3.3 tonight, but I'm hoping to make at least some progress. I'm hoping to make some progress in Honkai Star Rail, and then maybe we'll try to catch up on next week. But next week it's gonna be a little bit of a weird schedule because Wednesday it's gonna be the same old Weathering Wave or something different because I am planning to stream Nike, the Goddess of Victory, but unlike my usual gaming stream, it's gonna be just my voice because I don't know if my PC can handle while running both the game and my VTuber model at the same time while streaming too. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how things go. But in my first Nike Goddess of Victory stream, I'll be streaming with just my voice. So we're gonna see how things will go. It's gonna be interesting way to experiment, let's just say that much. But anyway, how are you guys all doing? I hope that you guys are having a good Friday evening. Well, it's like Friday afternoon for me, evening, or maybe it's already a Saturday morning for you guys. So happy weekend too for anyone who's here. Yeah, oh man, I don't know, I just feel so tired, just more tired than usual because of we gotta have to go to the hospital and work, and I have to wake up a little earlier than usual, so feels like a little sleepy, feels a little bit tired. But like I said before, I might be gonna stream a little bit shorter than usual today, so we're just gonna wait and see how much I can get things done in the Honkai Star story, at least get how the story will come to be, so we're just gonna have to wait and see how things go. Hopefully, we can get to make some progress today, and I'm sure we will. Yeah, so that is like the plan for today, and I have a chocolate muffin with me to help myself stay energized because this morning, after visiting the hospital, we went to this old bagel place that I used to go to, and it's been so wild. The bagel place was so busy because they opened like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's crazy. And I love eating those bagels. It's so delicious. I love it, and the bagel tasted really great. Huge serving. Ate that for like breakfast, almost like near lunchtime too, because it was a big bagel. And it was enjoyable. It's been a while I ate a good bagel like that. It's been a while. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if my voice sounds so tired. It's just that, like I said, I had to wake up like a little earlier than usual. And tomorrow I'll be waking up again, but much earlier, so I can make it in time for the boat to go fishing. So I just feel very, very tired. Originally, I was gonna plan to not stream today because I was just felt that tired. But I want to hang out with you guys just even for a moment, you know, just even for a little bit of the time, just to hang out with you guys because I enjoy you guys' company. So I hope that, you know, you guys could, you know, keep up my little bit of like a low energy today. I know it's gonna be a little bit of a low energy for me, but hopefully you guys at least enjoy the time being here. And I'll do my best to do my best, you know, be an entertainer. But yeah, so yeah, next week I'm thinking of starting to stream Nike, the Goddess of Victory, probably on a Wednesday. So Wedding Wave may be like, you know, put on a break for a while because I gotta have to admit, my Wedding Wave livestream is just doing so well. To be honest, it gains like, you know, like I just quote almost a little bit above average view. Well, view is not about everything, but I could see like, you know, the performance wise, I feel like my Wedding Wave stream is getting better. It's getting good. But I think I'm gonna take a little bit of break from Wedding Wave, streaming Wedding Wave, and we're gonna switch things up and try to play Nike, the Goddess of Victory, and see how that things go. So we're gonna test it out. A lot of new stuff, you know. Starting like, you know, playing Wedding Wave last month, and now I'm gonna start Nike, the Goddess of Victory, next week for this month. Who knows? Yeah. But of course, I'm still gonna make my usual Honkai Star Rail video, but I will be making some few Wedding Wave videos here and there, and maybe Nike, the Goddess of Victory. Who knows? We're just gonna have to wait and see. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Oh, sorry if you saw me yawning there. I'm very, very much apologize for the yawn there. Okay then, did I just, without further ado, how about let's get timing with play Honkai Star Rail, alright? So let us go and play Honkai Star Rail. Let me just get my PlayStation 5 turned on because I need to do that first. Alright, here we go. I was also playing a little bit of Wedding Wave before the live stream started, and I didn't start any kind of the main story or progress in the main story. All I did was just exploring around the world, and I think I'm getting the hang of it. It's very fortunate that I know I'm speaking one of you guys who appear in my chat in a couple of my live streams before. I think it was Lightful Wings. I've been talking with her, and she's been helping me to understand how to play this game, or at least know the context of the game. So very nice of her to do that. Very appreciative. And wait a second, hang on. What the heck? Hang on a second. Sorry guys, let me just do something first, because I noticed something very weird. Very, very weird. Oh, okay, now it's so fixed. That was so weird. Like on the YouTube Studio site, it still showed my starting soon screen, even though I already started streaming. So that was kind of like a very weird glitch. Or I can say that much. Okay then, so let me just get everything. Oh. Everything right here. No, hang on a second. There we go. And alright, let me switch to the game room now. Okay then, so alright, gotta move over here. Oh, move a little too much to the right. Probably around here is good enough, right? Okay, maybe a little bit more to the right. And okay, this is perfect. Alright, here we go. We're gonna jump right into Honkai Star Rail, and I'm gonna turn off the Spotify music now. Okay then, here we go. Let us see what we have in store in Honkai Star Rail. Now, the last time I remember streaming Honkai Star Rail is that we started playing the Anaxa POV, meaning we're playing a perspective from Anaxa right now. So we're gonna see what has he been up to. I know that he is visiting and meeting the Council of Elders who are plotting against the Chrysos heirs. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen next, because I'm kind of been curious about what's the Council of Elders is up to, because they seem to be not a very friendly people per se. All right, give me my free Stella Jade. Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna assign this and grab that. Just gonna reassign it to the same assignment. And let us go to... Yes. Let's go back to Anaxa side of the story.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
And I know that we have a very odd choice of character team here, but let's just go along. Oh.
Oh, why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Nias. I know I've heard this name somewhere.
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide is in my colors.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Circes. Do you know a certain Nias?
The Nias.
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
Huh. Either she...
This is a departed spirit.
Oh, something very, very strange is going on with Anaxa. And there's a fairy there and... Okay. I think we're seeing some dead people, guys. We see some dead people because there's another one over here. Hold, traveler from afar, Buzz. The 100 challengers have already failed my trial. Will you be the 101st? For the honor of being a weaver, Buzz, take a guess. Behind which tree am I hiding? The middle one. You see, for my move, my honor as a weaver, my winning streak both shattered, Buzz. Wasn't that hard anyway, so... Alright, time to fix this here. And we see more ghosts. Ooh, spooky. Anyway, we gotta keep on moving. Like we could take an elevator here. Gonna ascend now. Oh, kind of like more like an escalator. And ooh, shining like a shooting star. And there's more Zuris and
You two again.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply to you?
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Kaos. Demigod. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Kaos. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
Kaos? This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but
But what?
the souls of people.
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
That's a good point.
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moments. Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights and hear more stories.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
Huh.
I'm fine.
Continue climbing the mountain, investigate the phantom that appear when the soul left body. Oh my god, we see more and more dead people. What is going on? Are we having a sixth sense?
Suppose I can just ignore this.
It's more here. Oh, and here's that goat puzzle thing. Let's try to solve this one. Okay, so we have 7 steps to go. Oh, okay. Interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I know where we need to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, dang it. No, that's not. Okay, maybe I don't know how to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Yep, that's how you do it. Third time the charm. Alright, we got the treasures. Yeah, it kind of remind me. Oh, it kind of remind me of The Sixth Sense, the other horror movie, not just The Exorcist. Kind of remind me of more of The Sixth Sense. You know, where that little boy say, "I see dead
Me
people."
again. I'm sure you wouldn't mind a snooping ear.
Can you keep going?
Of course. I'm just...
Guess what?
If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
And I see another fairy up there. Another of that butterfly.
I'd sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all.
Calypso?
Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
Sorry if you guys hear my finger snapping.
She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the Grove? No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the Seven Sages. Hey, Circes. Does the name Calypso ring a bell? Circes?
Where did she go?
They're gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
Okay, I saw the fairies.
Looks like I'm nearly there
It's like
now.
the fairy is all the way there. How can I reach there though? Was there like a puzzle that I missed somewhere? Hang on a second. Maybe there. Oh wait, there's a fairy one over here. So let's catch this one. Sit that trying wind chime while making a wish to allow the sun bearer to hear our desire. My wish is simple, Buzz. I hope for sunshine tomorrow to dry my dew-soaked wings. Okay. It's right over there. Can I catch it? Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Bum 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 bum. Oh, the hand. Time to control the handle. All right, sweet. Let's control the handle here. And let me find that coin. Where was it? Where did that coin go? Nope, not over here. Where? Nothing is impossible if you keep trying. One day I'll climb to the top of the cliff and stand shoulder to shoulder with the sun bearer. Buzz. Wait, how? How can you fly? That's unfair, Buzz. Oh, I can fly too. Never mind then, Buzz. I love how these berries like have their own little emoji or something. Emocon. Actually, not emoji, emocon. Tweet, you found me! Something about that mural feels odd. And the eyes, the mini-eye blind figure seems to be missing a few feathers, Tweet. What could that be? Is it a revelation granted by Master or connection beyond time and space, Tweet? Oh, who knows, who knows. Okay, can we actually break this? No. Can we... Okay, I thought we could break something there. And there is something below there. There's one of those other coins. Okay, we got the Whimsy coin 2 out of 5. So there could be at least 5 more hidden somewhere. Somewhere around here. Oh, found one by the waterfall. I thought I saw a fairy. I thought I saw something pink, and I thought it was another one of those fairies. But I guess it wasn't. Got the third one, so 2 more to go. Is there one right over here somewhere? Oh, there is one hidden over here. Let's see now. Let us look for the last one. I have a feeling maybe the last one is somewhere up around here. Let's check. No? Wonder how far up we can go. Okay, we can only go up this far. Is there any more coin around here, maybe? Nope. Can't go any further down that way. There it is, the last one. It's right in front of this eye, this sun with an eye. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. We got it. Can I punch this eye? Does not do anything. Okay, well, disengage it. And we could... get the treasure. There we go.
Not too shabby.
There we go. Not too shabby indeed. Alright, now we can keep on going. A little detour there, but hey, that was kind of fun. At least we got some stellar jade for our trouble. Alright then, let's go and see the Council of Adder in front of Kappa. And I remember the Titan's name.
Oh,
nice.
Beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Why are you chanting that too?
Something is really strange is going on right now. Devoted emissary, heretical scholars, the lost wanderer, and the desperate outlaws. At the edge of divinity, we look up in awe. In a fleeting moment of terror, the lone world behind fades from memory. Interesting. Alright, here we go.
We're here. Finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question. But all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then. Let me uncover the truth for myself. Did I still fail to make it in time? Huh? So, I'm back here again.
Oh no.
This is... I can hear it.
He's in the nether realm.
I hear it from the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the void world. A voice ready to tell me something. This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit?
Castorus?
Mom, too?
What the heck? Why Castorus here?
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes, I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Polixia? Sister? Wait a second. Is this
Such a pity.
Castorus' twin sister?
Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Cersei's question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer Cersei's question and reclaim my body. But no, I will not do that. That isn't important. Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all.
And, oh, we're switching to Dun Hong now.
What are you thinking about?
Just amazed at how this tiring tree is Cersei's divine body. It's a majestic sight.
Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the Great Tree.
Merely something from the past that I won't go into.
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Circe's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars. And their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree. Because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot.
You're a sky priest, yet you study at a place that is home to the Reason Titan. That's rather counterintuitive.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Circe's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Danny?
Danny.
After all, the titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves.
Yes, I didn't count on provoking the ire of a local god.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for. It's just... I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by his side.
Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself up over it. Besides, Aglaya needs you here to uncover the truth behind what happened to the Grove. Let's just make the most out of this trip and keep a lookout for any documents related to the Death Titan. They could be useful to C+Hero. Oh yeah, I forgot that we lost our body, so practically we're kind of like dead but undead. And we want to make sure that we don't die by finding our real body. Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh?
In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway.
What about you? Will you be alright on your own?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
The silence in here is near deafening. With the vast amount of knowledge you hold, this academy is a key to a labyrinth of information. Even the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my thoughts before heading in. In the myths, Aquilia the Titan who reigns over the domains of the sky is a colossal bird that overlooked the world beneath them with 100 eyes. As long as it continued to soar above the clouds, the people in Amphorius will remain trapped on the ground. Hyacinth forebears were priests who worship Aquilia. Nobody is more familiar with the taboos of the Sky Titan than her. Seeing how Aglaya has sent her here as a guide, it's possible that she planned to have Hyacinth take on the trial in the future. In Amphorius, Titans are a common topic of discussion. People create myths that in turn conceive Titans. It's a tricky task to keep an objective view when among the people in Amphorius. Is there a way to step out of the situation and look at it from a different perspective? Okay. Titans and Eons. Wow, we have a lot to discuss about. Titans and Eons are two distinct classes of beings. Titans take community with us human, and it's not impossible for us to overpower them. Upon their demise, we can even take over the divinity. In this regard, Titans can be said to be a lot more similar to humans than Eons. Interesting. The Chrysos heirs are human who possess a heroic quality, with most of them demonstrating extraordinary combat prowess and strength. Upon clearing the Cold Flame trial, the Chrysos heir can even ascend to a demigod and inherit a Titan's divinity. Wait, something about that feels off. Is this a selection process of some sort? Maybe. Guided by the prophecy, the heroes are on a quest to reclaim Cold Flame and usher in the Era Nova. Their effort had been gratifying result to date. As I expected, the prophecy is the hardest to make any sense of, but with barely any information to go on, no matter how much I ruminate on it, it won't yield any result. I should leave this for another time. Nobody could have ever imagined that C+Hero life would be forfeited the moment we landed on Emphorius. I should have done more to keep him safe, but it's not too late. We still have a fighting chance. The unique rules that govern life and death on Emphorius might just work in our favor and save him. The Grove is a veritable library of knowledge. Maybe they'll have records on a similar case. Please let there be one. The clock is ticking. I should search for a clue as I move. Yes, indeed. We shall get moving. Temporary added. You can change the lineup. Do I want to play as Dan Hong? That's the question. That's the real question we should be asking. Do I really want to play as Dan Hong? Probably not. Anyway, how about let's get moving anyway. Let us keep on going. Alright then, Akira, let us go where we need to go. And it looks like we gotta have to go this way. And we're gonna jump here. We arrive over here. Black monster are twisted in form and their life has turned to ash together with their soul. It's impossible to figure out their form when they were still alive. These are remains of a black tie monster. It does look different from the Titan kid from up close. What's that underneath it? A scroll? Scholars debate what? A recorded battle debate between Venerationists and the Nosporus scholars. Most of it is illegible, leaving only fragments of dialogue. That challenge the Titan Authority. As I expected, the Grove doesn't forbid discussion about the sky. It's a debate between two scholars about the sky ship. Aglaya has also made mention of the ship when she interrogated us. A memory I'd rather forget. I'll hold on to this for now. With any luck, this journey will leave us empty-handed. Alright, Dan Hong, you said it. Whatever you say. And also, we still could not able to access this area yet. There is something over here, a gate, but I wonder how we can open that. There probably is some way to open that somehow. But we just gotta have to figure out how exactly. We're eventually gonna figure out some way or another. It looks like there may be something over here that we need to find. There is an enemy.
Stream 4.
Hyacinth's in trouble. That's Hyacinth? Why is she surrounded by so many monsters? As much faith as I have in her, it's probably a good idea to help her out here.
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked for.
She's kind of pretty calm when she's in a bit of a dire situation. Need a hand?
Or you could sit back and watch.
I can't tell if you're serious or not, but being hard to read isn't without its perk, I suppose.
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. Alright, now let's get him.
Alright then, let's get them indeed. Alright, these enemies not gonna be that hard to beat.
Support.
And here comes Pela's ultimate, inventory follow-up attack. And here comes Pela's ultimate. And we're gonna use Akira's ultimate next.
I weep for the departed.
Boom, 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 and boom. Bada bing, bada boom. 4-4-4-4-6-4. Nice. This place is practically in ruins. What happened? There shouldn't be this many monsters here.
The Black Tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Emphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me. Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this. I found it around here and thought it might be of interest to you.
Scholar debate 2. Anaxagoras? Anaxagoras? That's Anaxa's real name. What the heck? He is mentioned here? Anaxagoras? He's the scholar who fused himself with the cold flame of reason.
This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching this guy. He's never mentioned anything about it.
Why not say Anaxa might be opposed to the flame chase journey?
Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic, even in a place as liberal as the Grove. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Circe's favors. Fate sure works in mysterious ways.
That is so true. Fate does indeed work in a very mysterious way. Like, I don't know, man. It's just a thing that happens that you just don't question that much. I pick up a scroll on my way here, too. It looked like it may be related to the one you're holding.
Oh? Let me have a look.
Heisen combined both records together.
By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of two conversations that took place in the same setting, one after the other.
There's still much I don't know about the Grove. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Go ahead.
Who are the
The Grove
Venerationists?
of Epiphany is home to 7 schools of thought. While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar, each is unique in its own way. Among them, the Venerationists revere and worship the Titans the most.
I see.
As the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with Anaxa.
Huh. So in other words, they've been like butthead with Anaxa so many times. So in other words, they don't like Anaxa.
If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides to achieve balance.
A very illustrative explanation, said you.
Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution is merciless. That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini Trevi cannon could slip past their watch.
Yeah, like we could just use her cannon to launch a person up in the sky so that the Sky Titan would not notice. Yeah, that sounds like a terrific idea. That was a joke, right? Maybe.
Newsporists primarily study the application of alchemy in soul repair. Everyone considers Anaxa a blasphemer, but that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's likely what lies beneath his eye patch. Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the skyship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the skyship represented the first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the earth that it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine punishment upon itself. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed guided by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after the skyship incident. So,
Oh, whoops, sorry. I think she still has some couple of things there, but I think we kind of got the point. Don't worry about it. We'll just collect everything we can find on the Titans for now. There's something else that caught my attention, though. They say that Anaxa is conducting a secret experiment of some sort.
that's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? Even I, the assistant lecturer, know next to nothing about them. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
Maybe. But we're just gonna have to keep on going deeper in order to find out. So it seems like we learned a little bit more of a backstory on Anaxa. This current passage we learned more about Anaxa and Castoris. But so far we only learned new stuff about Castoris. And before we move forward, I want to try to check out this area because I think we have not visited this area. And there's 2 save points that we have not unlocked either, unless we go through here.
This is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts, ballads, and religious writings from the Outlands here. Cities that desire to learn from the Grove were apparently expected to contribute knowledge of equal value to what they sought. We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the original. What's more, the original manuscript was supposedly then hidden here.
See? That does seem like a nice thing to do.
Nice. No need to hold yourself back, Danny.
Danny.
You can just tell it like it is. Their behavior was no different from bandits.
You know, I think like so far in Honkai Star Rail, a lot of people. Okay, I actually kind of lost my train of thought there. Sorry about that. Well, if you don't mind, did the girl ever rob castrum criminals?
Whew. You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos, so I guess they were spared. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to search for the texts we need? We can bring them back to Akuma for reading after that.
Agreed. This place isn't safe. We should leave as soon as we're done. There are still several more scrolls strewn all over the place. I'll gather them while I pull up those texts. This way, nothing will be overlooked. Alright then, we're gonna continue on searching. And first thing first, let's check out... What do we want to do? We want to check out that door over there, if it can be open. Can it be open? Let's see. It could. Okay, we're going someplace new. Oh yeah, we're going someplace new now because I have not been here before. Yep, I have not been here before at... Oh my god. We have a puzzle to solve. Ah, I see. We have a puzzle to solve. Interesting. So, there's a pond here. Okay. Not sure if this is the right spot to go to, but there's a door over here that we can touch. So we can open this door. That'll lead us here. And we change past to the future here. And okay, that's not working for us. Okay. I think we gotta have to go down. Let's see. Okay, never mind. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's activate this. Now we can use more time. And we will attack the enemy here. And wait, hold on. Did I just press square? I meant to press triangle. Like I pressed the wrong button, but that's okay. We'll just beat these guys so easy. It's not gonna take that too long to beat.
Again, watch your head. I weep for the departed.
Boo, 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 and boom. Okay, there we go.
Another blood debt repaid.
Okay, another miracle. And there's stuff that we could go down here. So let's check it out. What's down there? If possible. And, oh, whoa, I wasn't even one past here. What am I even supposed to be doing here? Let's see now. We want to go here somehow. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Let's go back here. And let's do this puzzle here. Look like a fish. It look like a fish. Nice. Oh, that wasn't that hard. There we go. Okay, reverse the time here. And then we will... Oh, no. We want to try to... There we go. That's how you do it. That's what I wanted to do. And we go up this way. Nice, nice, nice. And where are we now? We could open this door now. And now that's the other way. And then I think we could just flip this back. Or maybe not. Hang on. There's a chest there.
Stream forth.
There you go. Alright, we're gonna grab this chest here because I always want to click as much collectible as possible. So let's grab those chests. And there's one of those goat puzzle at the end. So we're gonna bonk this enemy first and try to beat him in battle.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated.
There we go.
Time for good old counterattack.
Memories beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
We have the upper hand.
I weep for the departed.
Boom, 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 and boom.
Gleamable blades.
Alright, then here we go. Time to investigate. Let's check what we have here. A blue switch. Oh. It is 6 choice, so we could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hold on. I messed it up. Wait, hold on. I messed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. We need to hit the yellow switch. But then we're gonna have to go back there. We need to get that yellow switch, but we also need to hit the blue switch, so we need to get that thing right over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I know what to do. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, dang it. Okay. We need to get him somewhere right over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there we go. Nice. We got him at the yellow button. Nice, we got it. Alright, here we go. There we go. Nice, we got the chest.
And you will find.
And got 3 Stellar Jade for our trouble too. We can touch this now. We're just gonna go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Sonic X. And looks like this is all the puzzle. I think we solved all the puzzle here. Yeah, there's nothing else left to do around here. We got the puzzle here too. Got the chest over here, so... Unless I'm missing something here. Yeah, we got everything. We actually got everything. Huh. Look like we seriously got everything. I guess now we could just go back up the elevator then? I mean, there's nothing else left to do around here, so I guess there's only one choice but go up here then. Alright, here we go. Alright, bye-bye. Okay then, let's go. I mean, that was kind of interesting, but I don't think that was where I wanted to go, because originally I want to try to find the little passageway right over here and try to open this door so we have a shortcut. But I think I have to go this way. I have to go through that door there instead. Alright, let's go through this door here. Sorry if I'm kind of taking a very long-winded detour. I just want to explore around the area because we haven't explored this area the last time we visited here. So let's just give the grove a chance for exploration, you know? But yeah, I'm kind of feeling a little bit tired, so I think we're gonna end the stream in about 30 minutes. Usually I would take a break after 1 hour to do some stretches, so maybe I'll take a little bit of 5-minute break now. So before we continue on, let me just take a little bit of a 5 minutes break to stretch. So if you guys need to grab yourself a water, go to the bathroom or whatever, then do right now, because we'll be back after the stretch break. See you guys soon. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Alright, I am back, so we're gonna continue on exploring the grove now. So, we are here. Wait a second. Are we back to where we were before? We were back here before. Hang on a second. What? Wait. Hold on. Hold on a second. Wait. We were back here before. Why are we going? Unless there's some other ways. Unless we going some other way. Oh, wait a second. I think I know what. I think I know where we need to go. Wait, no, that's not it. Are we supposed to go? Wait a second. I think I know where we're supposed to go. I think. We'll activate this time book. I think we're supposed to go through that door over there. So, let's see. How do we... And we also want to grab a chest over there that I missed. Oh, wait. I know what we need to do. Okay. I know what we're supposed to do here. Alright, so we gotta... deactivate this. Then we also gotta go back here. We're gonna go back here. And there we go. Make that chest up here. And then... actually, I got such a... I think that other light thing... No, wait, hold on. If we shine that, then it will make the... Yeah, it actually gonna make that thing disappear, so... Alright, let's see if this will work. Oh, okay, it goes something like that. I see. I see. We gotta have to get to the other side somehow, so... And go up here. There we go. And where's the magic time book? Ah, okay. There we go. I think we're supposed to go here. Ah, there's a chest here. Oh, I never noticed there was a chest here. Your addition from the deep. Okay, did not expect there was a chest here, but okay. Nice. Very, very nice. There was a hidden chest here that I did not notice before. Now, how do I get that other chest right over there, though? Can I go through this door? No, I cannot. It has to be the nighttime to get through that door. Interesting. Okay. Gotta grab this here. Go back here. And I think we're supposed to deactivate this here. Okay, so that's how it looks like. That's how it looks like when we have that way. And I think we have to switch this thing here, and there might be another hidden lily pad. Let's see. Oh, wait. Okay. Ah. Oh, there we go. We're going down below. And let's see if we activate this book here. And it goes something like that. Then we cannot reach that chest ever again. So... I think... Yeah, I think we have to... Do we have to get to the other side again? I think we gotta have to somehow get to the other side somewhere again. Unless if I'm missing something. Yeah, so we gotta have to do this. That opened up the chest. And then how do I get back down there? I think... Gotta go back to where we were before. We gotta go back around again. Go here. Descend here. And there we go. There's it. The final chest. I think this is the last chest. And we got it. Nice, nice, nice. And I think that's everything here. I think that's all the hidden secret. So we can now just go back here. Alright, perfect. And how much Stellar J did we have collected? We got a new trophy too. Stop the spirit thief from Robbie Cersei 2 times. Okay. Obtain the treasure buried deep underwater in Murmur Wooding Grove Italy. Yep, we got that. Alright, we got that now. We also get some free reward here as well. And now we can continue on with the main story quest. Alright then, let's continue our investigation. Search material left by Anaxa or Anaxagoras, like he liked to call it. That's such a weird name. No wonder why people want to call him Anaxa, even though he doesn't like to be called Anaxa. Alright, here we go. A record of many research topics a Capra scholar had applied for, and a reply from the school sage about these topics. Topic 1. A discovery that many mythical beasts renowned for their longevity actually reside in an area where poorly managed birth and death occurred for such creature. Permission to research. Reply lack research significance. Not approved. Topic 2. An observation of real plant within the grove imitating a growth pattern of nearby white dryad. Permission to research. Reply. Fall under the domain of the Lotophagus school. Not approved. Too fanciful. Not approved. Okay. And what's this other one here? These are complaint letters from the scholars about Anaxagoras the blasphemer. There's a thick stack of paper. Based on the dust accumulated in a perfectly intact seal, the complainant did not even bother opening them and just chucked them aside into a corner. This is about Anaxa. I should read this. Hyacinth should come have a look too.
Ugh, it's so dusty in here. Whoa. Are these all complaints about him? I can already see what they must have written. Anaxa has no respect for the gods. His very existence undermines order in our society. They're probably all things like that.
Does Anaxa hold that much influence?
Why else would they call him the Great Performer? When Anaxa established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work to everyone. Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Amphorius? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn.
An uncanny impersonation. What happened after?
They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish. Though what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholar's allegations, or face expulsion from the grove.
That doesn't sound good.
The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so the mountains, rivers, and seas must likewise be their creations?
Am I supposed to put myself in Naxa's shoes and answer that? No. Based on the history of the Flame Chase journey, humans have the potential to take over the divinity of the Titans.
Anaxa said the same thing then. Needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer, so they followed up with a second allegation. You claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned by the gods. Do you admit it?
That's a serious allegation. Did he really do that?
Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say he used one of his eyes as an alchemical ingredient. Every being in the world owes their safekeeping to Kifili, and this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. If he has really done something of that nature, then it'd indeed be sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious.
Thankfully, they had no way to prove it, so it amounted to nothing more than an allegation in the end. One by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him. Toward the end, a scholar asked him, Anaxagoras, have you any respect for the gods? It was only after a brief silence that he answered, I have never denied that Titans are meant to be noble constructs.
What he didn't say, that the Titans are not noble, rings louder in this case.
Yes. I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved, but what's for certain at least is that Anaxa was allowed to stay in the grove where he continued his research, despite being regarded as a heretic. By the way, this stack of complaint letters has reminded me of a place in the grove. We may find clues there that aren't on the teleslate. I'm talking about Anaxa's alchemy lab, hidden between the cornerstones.
Given the girl's meticulous approach to archiving, could there really be such an oversight rather right under their noses?
It's a well-kept secret. Among the 7 sages, excluding the nominal chief sage, each has a private sanctuary where they can conduct research undisturbed in their free time.
Interesting.
Even the administrators of the Library of Philia are restricted from accessing those places and documenting the sage's research. But with the grove in this state, I'm sure Anaxa won't be mad even if we sneak into the lab for a short while. Right?
I mean, he's not here, so I guess we have a choice to look around a bit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like he's gonna find out or what. There we go. Ride the cartwheel. So where we want to go? We want to go this way, I think. But I want to check out what's over here, though. I don't think there's anything of an interest here, but there's another cartwheel that we could go, but we cannot pass through. So I guess the only way to go is go straight. Oh. Oh, we got it! We got the ferry! Hey, buddy, check out this cool thing. This water wheel is fascinating. I could spend forever here, Kirk. Oh, we found a hidden ferries there. Nice, nice. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's see now. Go that way, but I want to check out what's right over here. It's apparently nothing. Okay, so I guess we gotta go this way instead. Let's go find Anaxa secret laboratory. Kind of remind me of Dexter Laboratory, you know? Like the laboratory.
This is the place. But where is everything? Materials for alchemical experiments, matrix diagrams, and even the seal to the lab. They're all gone. Did the Black Tide destroy it all?
No wonder we didn't see any defense mechanism along the way. Have you ever been here before?
No, not even close. Not only are alchemy experiments high-risk activities, but Professor Anaxa also has a penchant for using bizarre materials. Students often saw him walk in looking right as rain, but come out covered in soot with his hair singed. Naturally, no one dared to come near this place. Huh? That bookshelf over there seems to be the only thing still intact.
Interesting. Well, then let's check out that book then, or the scroll. These are the materials requested by Anaxagoras. Documents from various fields have been compiled in one place, including Titan creation, the universality of the soul, alchemy doctrine, and so on. Most of the material look to be within the research domain of the Nosporist school of thought. However, document title is Study on the Crisis Era's background is mixed within. There appears to be a quick note examining the background of Crisis Era. The Holy Maiden Janetopolis, Trippy, Tria, and Trinan, descended of the Holy Maiden from the Temple of the Sweet Fate. Go Weaver Aglaya Alchema, from the Mystia priestly family. The Prince of Castor Quimnos, Hyacinth of the Twilight Courtyard. All of their ancestors have a varying degree of connection to the divine titans or the divine authority. Does the golden blood come from the heritage of the priest families or royal bloodline? Anaxagoras, I myself show no such connection. Carefully, the creator. What criteria did they use to create the golden blood, to shape the Chrysos heir? Yet Castoris, the servant of death from Idonia, her lineage neither titan, priest, nor demigod, but she has walked the earth for at least millennia with the power to grant death to human. Where did this power come from? Another text speaks of the dragon legend of Styxia. The alchemical extraction of soul rift from dragon corpses is intriguing. Dragon appears to be the titan's creation. Perhaps there's a way to reverse the process. Use the alchemy to refuse human soul with titan's creation, increasing the purity and divinity of golden blood toward the absolute. This theory must be tested. Experiments to be arranged.
What's going on? Anaxa is conducting research on our friends in Alchema and... me?
This journal contains several intriguing points. From the Abyss of Fate to Castor Crimnos, I've seen many a Titan creation during my time in Euphorius. Life form created by Xerxes can also be found in the Grove. But fusing them with human soul through alchemical means, I can't even begin to imagine. Anaxa seems to hold special interest in the divinity coursing through the Crisis Era's vein, and has even conducted a thorough investigation into the hero's backgrounds.
It wouldn't have been so strange if he had focused only on Cassie, given her own curiosity about her origins. Plus, considering that the new sporists have crafted omnipotent medicines capable of curing diseases, it also makes sense that he would conduct research on immortal Chrysos heirs. But now, it seems Anaxa's objective was never to create medicine, but to identify the origin of the golden blood and figure out its inner workings.
Through alchemy, Anaxa aimed to refine the golden blood in a Crisis Era to a degree of purity equal to divinity. This must be what he means by close to true purity, but treating both Titan creation and the human body as material to be used in alchemy experiments? That's rather extreme. Extreme indeed. To the extreme!
Danny, look at this.
I have a bad feeling about this. A hastily written journal. These documents appear incomplete judging from what's left behind. The important alchemical formulae have been taken away. Only the author reason remain. The previous approach has flaw. Fusing human soul with Titan creation does not purify golden blood. Even pure Titan creation are contaminants to the Crisis Era's golden blood. Soul fusion between humans and creation merely repair impurity of the soul or maintains a connection to dying soul. While creation myths tell us that Crisis Era and other creation were all made by Titan, their nature differs fundamentally. The Titan creation are no intermediate products of an alchemical process in the Crisis Era closer to the Titans than the creation. In other words, I should not have considered Titan creation equal to Crisis Era. The hypothesis I should focus on is one point toward the Titan themselves. Such rare chances to study Titan demand a meticulous selection of research subjects. Living Titans prove impossible to restrain, and dead Titans offer no insight worth pursuing. But dying Titan, they are the perfect research subject. Only by understanding the fundamentals of creation can we ensure the perfection at the moment of everything's birth. Through my own hands, I will melt a Titan and reach the true essence of the soul.
My biggest fear. It's come true. After going through his notes, I think I can piece it all together now.
Yeah, Anaxa is a freaking mad scientist.
Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation.
Do you mean he's trying to reconstruct human soul alchemically?
Yes, this is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from others. Compared to his public speeches, this is the real blasphemy. Oh, I just thought of something.
What's wrong?
Do you remember when the Black Tide was approaching? The Grove had planned to send Circe's core flame to a safe place. But an accident happened along the way, and Anaxa lost his life in the process?
Don't tell me this guy sacked. But Circe took over his body and resurrected him, which led to the situation we're in now.
That's right. But what if Professor Anaxa's fusion with the core flame of reason wasn't an accident?
Oh, did he did it on purpose? What do you mean?
Put yourself in his shoes. Knowing that the Black Tide was closing in and your time was running out, what would you have done?
I put my theories to the test, no matter the cost.
When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was to transmute and fuse himself with the Titan's core flame.
Did he succeed?
No. Judging from how he reacted after the event, the results came as a surprise. Maybe he failed to consider the possibility that Circe would make a similar decision. The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away. His research is still ongoing.
Could he have taken them for other purposes?
Like what? There's only one Titan left in the world now.
Carefully.
No. No way.
Oh my god, now we know exactly what he's thinking. He's gonna try to go after Tifley Coldflame, is he? To conceive an entity of perfection, one must first understand the principle of creation. If Anaxa is an Alchema now, then that means...
He's after Kefali.
Yeah, he's after Tifley. Holy crap. Okay, so he is a mad scientist.
This sky above us, it's not real, is it?
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. A simple trick. The day-night cycle has been lost to this world, so that students like you may still learn about the night sky. Astronomers have harnessed the Titan's miraculous power to manipulate the light, projecting the nights of the past here for you. Much like how the sky above the Holy City is also illuminated by Kefali's dawn device.
So, the skies of Akama are fake too.
You mustn't conclude that, Anaxa. You should know that only a child would expose a trick and be proud of it. Often people know more than they let on. They simply choose to feign ignorance because they have no other choice.
Then they're just deluding themselves. People believe in Kefali's tale of Genesis, accepting wholesale whatever the priests preach. But we're different. We've already walked out of the firelit cave of ignorance. We have already realized that we live in a world where Titans make the rules. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see. Rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life, why shouldn't I be the one to take control of the projection device instead?
So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all my theories and wild ideas, only to burn them to ashes when I open my eyes in the day.
Why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out?
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say and every move I make is certain to influence every leaf, every branch, even the tree itself.
Interesting.
But above all else, my days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis that cannot even be proven in the first place.
Okay.
But I can, sir. I can do it for us. The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand feat on your behalf.
Let me actually make the volume a little louder, because I kind of noticed the game, it's kind of a little bit quiet, at least for me.
You're right. I shall do just that. In the next meeting of the sages, I will spare no efforts fighting for the rights you deserve. Go. Establish your own school of thought. Find out what we are. Become the one who conquers the ultimate truths of the world.
Fascinating.
Child of humanity. You didn't go to such lengths for an audience with Kefali. Just ask him a few questions, did you?
So, you figured it out. If I were as foolish as a Dromus, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness, begging for the gods' prophetic wisdom. Well, sorry to disappoint, but I'm no Dromus. Alas, I am a human, standing tall on 2 feet, possessing both intellect and pride.
Before such power, does it make any difference whether you're a human or a Dromus?
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians. When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the roaring tide at bay, chaining down the mad Fagusa.
The ocean
They
titan.
call me a blasphemer, Circes. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence of gods. It's just... as I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the trial?
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans when I can do so much more?
Yeah,
The source of
Anaxa is a
life
freaking
what I
mad
wish to
scientist.
grasp,
It is so
to
confirmed.
understand what makes up the soul, and to learn what we really are. Thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must also be a beginning. How then is a soul born? That was the only unknown variable left in my calculations.
And by the sound of it, you have already formed a conjecture.
No, I have already drawn a conclusion. In my journey unto death just now, I finally saw the answer with my own eyes.
Professor Anaxa. I'm here.
Castorus? Holy crap, it's been a
Please
while
let
we've seen
him stay a
Castorus
threat.
for a while.
I must ask you to refrain from taking any unnecessary steps.
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end, and give you the answer you so desire. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalent exchange, I must also demand from you what I need.
What could that be?
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan and his survival. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life. There is no need for me to think twice.
I see. In that case, let the show begin.
Let the show begin!
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts and prove the nature of our existence now?
Before I begin, I must confess I had been stuck in a cognitive trap all this time. As unrelated as these two propositions may seem at first glance, they are in fact logical equivalents. They are merely two different ways of telling us about what the soul is at its core. The reason I say this is, as I've mentioned earlier, the answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
So he
Yes,
was. So that was the
I am
Nether
but a
Realm.
living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes. That's not all. Remember how I said you were a part of that conversation too, Circes?
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event. That was likely just an illusion conjured up by the mind of a dying man.
Of course you would remember. Because that wasn't you. That was Calypso, one of the 7 sages of the Grove.
Calypso?
Calypso.
Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when speaking to this girl. How do you know of it? And surely you jest. Don't you think I, of all people, would know if that were the name of one of the 7 sages under the shade of my tree? Don't you claim to know the Grove's past like the back of your hand?
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul.
Huh.
Use your head, Circes. Since all of this took place in the realm of the dead, it stands to reason their likenesses are of souls from the past. The living cannot step foot into that world, so who could they be? Think about Calypso. Why does she share your likeness, yet you have no idea who she is?
That's
The
very
answer
strange.
is evident, is it not?
Ah.
Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air, and they are no different from humans, because they all evolved from one.
Oh.
Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If I truly was once human, as you claim, then where do the children of humanity come from?
Even on the off chance that you speak the truth, this brings us no closer to grasping Thanatos' whereabouts. How are we to find them?
I knew you would say that. But it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually, why don't we have this supreme being standing before us tell us everything?
You can revive a Titan?
Humans cannot return from the dead. Neither can gods. But all we need to do is look at this from a different perspective, and the problem will resolve itself. The solution is simple. Just like what you did to me. If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it as they once did. Simple, is it not?
Sir, you are crazy. In the meantime, he's gonna try to do the Cyrus move.
News from Hyacinth and Dunhung. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going to sit around and let such a sacrilegious act unfold?
That is not possible. He is indeed the great performer, capable of fooling anyone and everyone with his tricks.
I'm sorry.
No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. Anaxa's ambitious desires will be something we can exploit. What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kynus is up to, and react accordingly to thwart her plans. Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods, become the next challenge you ought to overcome. Till then, it's best to get used to this place as soon as possible.
We will be waiting here for your good news. Come find us anytime you need something.
preposterous! The Christos heirs only have their standing because of the Council of Elders! How dare they trample over it!
Whoa, wow, these people are shooting daggers with their eyes.
It's been a while.
Hey! Oleg of Amphorius.
That's fine. I recognize you. The young lord has nothing but good words about your courage.
It has indeed been some time, Lord Crateros. What
Oh
brings
wow,
you
I did
in
not
such
notice there were
haste?
people over there. I have never noticed that
Shh, keep it
until
down.
now.
Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? They do the dirty work for kindness. I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low. Unless you're itching for a bloody fight to get a workout in.
My bad. So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night?
It will be hard to not notice thunderclap in broad day. No, I'm a heavy sayer. Hooray, it's Acheron! Something coming to save. Someone's coming to save us. Yeah.
Hacker, what?
He's been through a lot lately. Please pardon him. Can you tell us more about these thunderclaps?
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words at Akama.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos Arena.
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from a fight. So if you plan to take that thing down in a battle, reach out to me anytime.
You have my gratitude. I will let Aglaya know about this right away.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious kindness has been unusually active lately. Those lackeys she keeps under cover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days. Some even seem to be getting Kremnoans to defect to the council.
How dare you! Don't place that!
That's her.
Looks like you can see it for yourself.
We should get back. Thank you for the intel, Lord Crateros.
Now we're back to our POV. And speaking of Acheron, we're playing as her right now. Alright then. Guess we're gonna keep on going then. Oh, let's listen.
The Christos are here.
Oh, I should have gone back home to fetch a sacrificial vessel, some floral crowns, and frankincense to burn and offer.
Oh, Titans! Please, forgive these arrogant and self-conceited heroes!
Jeez.
By carefully into Lent and above, as the Theoros I have observed. Virtuous citizens of Akama, fine and Vides, Elysiae, and...
Oh, whoops.
Aglaya, what happened
Oh,
here?
I skipped the entire line there.
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident about keeping her in check, but I admit I am now unable to do so.
What do you mean?
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, I have become no different from these hypocrites, no longer capable of relating to the people. This has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time. I need you to step up, Finan, in order for me to retreat behind the scenes.
Yes, this is my duty, but...
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called more support is no more than a ruse to distribute power using words instead of lances. There is no glory in winning this debate, but that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless. Finan, you are a Chrysos heir without flaw, capable of relating deeply with humans.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your expectations and win this debate.
Oh, are we gonna have another Ace Attorney like mini game again?
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities, each with their own local faith, while gods walked the earth and shared close bonds with humans. Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat, with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova, or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Make your choice. Now, which of the two would lead mortals to an ideal future?
If it's possible to bring Era Chrysora back, I stand by Era Nova. Ooh. You know, we have a lot of stake here, but I think Era Nova is a path of salvation the gods promised. We should not have delved in the flame chase journey.
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please, enlighten me. How does the Council of Elders plan to turn back time?
Let the three Titans of Calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those Titans, and Era Chrysia will descend upon us again. Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side. Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death. With the help of these two heroes, I can promise all of you that Era Chrysia will exist once more.
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya isn't fit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir. I am in favor of Era Chrysia.
Era Chrysia! Era Chrysia!
Era
Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
Wow, this has become very
You
complicated.
finally arrived, Anaxa. So have you, Cass.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do? Tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retreat and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era when all beings live forever. We'll usher in a new future that will be entirely different from the Flame Chase journey.
He's one of the 7 sages. That's impossible.
Your proposal is much too idealistic. As long as the Black Tide still exists, how can we go back to the old days?
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Fagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perceptions. Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere within the walls of this majestic holy city?
But this place will become the Flame Reaver's target sooner or later. Isn't this just for survivalship bias?
If we eliminate death, then there's no need for us to fear that Flame Reaver, right? Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful old world, where are you now? Oh, legendary Erachrysia, return to the mortal realm.
After the destruction of the 3 Titans of Calamity, the Flame Chase journey will have to end.
Erachrysia! Yes! Yes! It has to end! It has to end!
This is bad. The masses are now totally riled up.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed. For Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos under my guidance.
What?
With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorus brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort in ensuring that the Erachrysia will return to our world once again.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. By carefully and to lent and above, as the Theoros I have observed. Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the Flame Chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya, what has caused your heart to soften? You also don't seem to be as quick-witted as before.
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the Flame Chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our failure has never been on the cards.
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true at the Citizens' Assembly.
Huh. Guess we didn't got that Ace Attorney mini game, and here I thought we would, but man, now things are getting interesting to say the least, but not in a good way too. So what's gonna happen to us? No matter what comes of the Citizens' Assembly, it stands as a promise given onto us by Kefali. In the end, the Council Elder was unwilling to admit the result produced from the Citizens' Assembly. Council Elder, these people have never taken a prophecy seriously. Relax, youngster. Kefli promised. If the Council of Elder agree, then that is Kefli's promised outcome. But as you see, if the Council does not agree, the opinion.
These people have never taken the prophecy seriously.
I'm just reading what this guy's saying, but anyway, gotta go and talk Castorus and Anaxa, hear her side of the story.
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa, I unintentionally facilitated your partnership with him instead.
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to ask me. I will answer them to the best of my knowledge.
In that case, please tell us as much as you can.
In actuality, he showed me a past that was both long and heavy.
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were
Yeah, this is the continuation from the last cutscene.
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
And now we're switching to Castorus' side of the story. Okay, this is getting interesting.
Have you heard of this tale before?
Oh?
A tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times, thanks to the wisdom of its ruling queen. Until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wings were large enough to blot out the sun, while its claws were sharp enough to rip the waves apart. It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom, like a tyrant king. The queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil
300
dragon by
warriors?
chaining it up.
Is that a reference to the
However,
Spartan? The 300
when the queen
Spartans?
slit open the dragon's belly, she realized that the princess had long since been digested, and all that was left of her was a pile of bones.
Holy crap.
Devastated, the queen wept for several days. It was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace and suggested that the princess could be revived through the use of dragon bone and dragon blood. That liar called this process the secret art of alchemy. The princess was reborn! The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the poor queen, the glib liar, the courageous warriors, and all of the town's innocent civilians in a single gulp. Worse still, the souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. Forced to roam the mortal realm, these resentful souls ultimately converged into a river of souls that would not retreat for a long time. The terrifying death had consumed all. Thereafter, our hometown fell into ruin as well. Until...
Until?
Until? Actually, I don't know what happened next either.
Oh my. It seems that you still like to whet people's appetites even after all this time, Polixia.
Polixia?
So, according to your story, this is how I used to look? It's practically a mirror image. And yet, what exactly is this?
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to accomplish it, I'll keep the answers to myself for now.
Oh, my goodness. Is this cliffhanger really necessary?
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play, and the truth will naturally reveal itself.
Dragon, huh? I've heard this legend before.
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations. After all, you've never heard of a tradition of alchemy in your hometown before, have you?
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew that anybody was looking into this area of study.
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as a fable told to young children.
A fable, you say? If so, what moral is it trying to impart to the kids?
I guess it might be the concept of equivalent exchange?
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something like honor the dead.
Huh.
What? At a loss for words?
No, I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle. If life is priceless, then there is hardly anything else in this world that is of equal weight to it, right?
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar in the land.
You flatter me. Why don't I ask you a question as well, as a form of equivalent exchange?
Of course. What is your question?
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
What?
That's a pretty big question.
What kind of strange question is this? I got it. You're just trying to get me to tell you whether I like anyone, right?
Let's just leave it at that. That was rude of me.
Yes, I would.
Oh?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I'm certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good.
Yeah.
If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation.
I think a lot of people would do that, you know, like if they have a chance to resurrect someone they love, then they will take it without even a second thought. Some people would do that. I think a lot of people would do that.
After all, you, me, and the rest will all have to face that fateful moment eventually. My time is finally here. However, perhaps because of my firm belief in the immeasurable value of life, unable to complete the trial.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. It is a pity that fate is such a cruel mistress.
Is there no other way of interpreting those words?
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me, one must pay the price. Our trial can only be completed when the one chosen sacrifices her life. I'm afraid that the prophecy might even have selected a pair of twins for this exact purpose.
Fortune makes fools of us all.
My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. And yet, I can't do the same. How absurd. My time is almost up, but I'm still afraid to welcome death. What should we do? If I'm ultimately not able to make up my mind...
Since Chaos is willing to guide all of us and leave this trial to the end, there is still plenty of time for you to ponder.
That's right. Don't allow the fog of an uncertain future to cloud your mind.
Trial, prophecy, the topics that they're discussing seem familiar. But these three people must not have left their names in the epics. Otherwise, I would have some recollection of this.
Amphorius's history before the Titans were born was complete chaos. Is that not strange by itself? I have long held 3 hypotheses about this. However, let's continue watching for now.
Calypso, Polixia, and this warrior. I seem to have met him somewhere before.
Yeah, back in version 3.0.
Nias, are you confident that you'll complete your trial?
Of course. Though, I am worried about what will happen once I've emerged victorious.
Looks like you have made up your mind.
Yes, this is the safest course of action.
Completely separating courage, honor, tenacity, sacrifice, and reason. You really know how to make things difficult.
Please, young lady, witness my fall and demise. Lady Calypso, you shall host the soul-rending ceremony.
I do not understand. Why would you dare to sacrifice yourself for a future that you won't get to witness?
Because this is our destiny. The power that resides within me is so intense that I will one day be engulfed by it. Furthermore, a valorous death before glorious return has always been the path I chose to walk. A journey I began long ago. If your sister or Chaos were in my position, I believe they would make the same choice as well.
I'm not that brave. I don't know how I'm supposed to face such a serious affair.
Despite being Death's chosen one, it seems you still don't know how to face it. Let's chat, young lady. Perhaps I shouldn't end my journey so hastily. Since there's still time, I'm not worried about letting fate wait a little longer.
Of course. This warrior is Lord Anias. As the embodiment of Nikador's divinity, he entrusted his life to us and allowed humankind to end his madness. That means that what I'm currently seeing before my eyes is, in fact...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. These heroes are the true forms of the Titans, before they attain their divinity.
Oh.
If so, the chosen one of death that he speaks of is actually...
Polixia? Is the previous form of Thanatos? But her appearance...
Looks exactly like
If this
Casterus.
is true, as long as we can find out where she went, we'll naturally be able to figure out the location of the Death Titan.
But before that, we first need to witness what ultimately happened to Lord Anias.
You were split into 5. Look like we could... Oh, now we switch to Casterus. Let's see. Okay, we need to change up a team lineup here. Okay, wow. So, this is gonna be... Yeah, we can't do that. So, we're gonna choose Casterus. Sunday and... let's see, Sunday and Gala... No, Lu Chao. Alright. Here we go. Let's keep on going. Where are we supposed to go? Oh, we're going this way.
Honor, courage, tenacity, sacrifice.
And finally, the only thing that remains is reason.
Cheer up, young lady. There is no need to shed tears over a glorious death.
All farewells in this world are sorrowful, Lord Nias.
No, young lady. As a warrior, I have witnessed too many bitter deaths. But now, all I feel is peace. I did not know until this moment that mortals could live their lives in such a way.
Although only a sliver of your soul remains, you remain so optimistic. Or maybe the truth is that you aren't able to feel sorrow anymore.
To be honest, I don't know either. But I am certain of one thing. This is not an acceptance of death nor apathy toward it. It's not even a feeling of despair. I am just enjoying what remains of my life to the fullest.
Man, that is true to the word.
Enjoying?
Indeed. Along this journey that we've taken together, not only have I changed the world, I myself have also changed in the process. And now I have reached the journey's end. When I look back and see the grand epic that I've personally written, how could I not revel in that fact?
But when you depart the mortal realm, won't all of your accomplishments be reduced to nothing? Separation and death are two sides of the same coin. Reconciling this doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Finally, let me recount to you a story of mine, young lady. The first time I returned from the battlefield, I felt extremely hollow. The calamity had devoured everybody on the battlefield but me. When I returned to the city alone, the citizens held a banquet for me that was far from pleasant. I felt as though I was still on the battlefield, and the person who had returned was nothing but an empty shell. It was late into the night by the time the banquet ended. My head still reeling, I returned alone to the barracks. On the way back, I encountered someone. It was a crazed scholar looking at the night sky and muttering to himself by the side of the road. Although I tripped over him and fell, I wasn't angry in the slightest. And maybe because I saw myself in him, I inexplicably asked him a question. Do you think that it'd be better if we just died on the roadside like a couple of stray dogs? To my surprise, he shrugged his shoulders and sighed.
To someone who is currently experiencing death, dying and living afford the same amount of bliss. Now please go away and don't block my starlight.
Are you trying to say that there is no difference between living and dying? For they are both journeys that lead toward death?
That's exactly what life is, and death is, but a scale to measure how valuable the journey was. Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. Therefore, young lady, don't detest your fate. Instead, willingly and respectfully embrace it.
The embodiment of strife telling me about the majesty of the world.
Indeed. I believe that when the fated moment eventually arrives, you will be able to understand my words. It is time for me to knock on death's door. I will set up a long table at the end of the road and humbly await your arrival. When that moment finally comes, let us drink and be merry then.
I knew this day would eventually come.
Are the both of you ready?
Polixia. I'm here.
Castoris!
What? This...
This is quite interesting indeed.
Yeah.
Is this... Polixia's sister?
And it's you, Castoris!
Is it... me?
Dun dun dun!
Now, it's time for us to fulfill our promises. Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our fated moment head-on.
Even if it was prophesized, do we have no say in the matter? It's so unfair. Why are we the only ones who are forced into mutual destruction? Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was never long for this world anyway. But you're different. I was the one who wasted your life after all.
You're wrong, Polixia. arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers, one that is more beautiful than the promised land at the end of the world. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life. Even though I did for sacrifice, none of the things that I've experienced will dissipate. Instead, they'll forever live on as memories inside your head. Will they not?
How could my memories of you ever compare to the actual you?
Well then, tell me. What exactly are we?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by others, or even by this world, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always, always be by your side. We're twins, after all. All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to extract my heart and light the flame of death. After that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesied new world.
But it didn't go exactly as it planned, did it?
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I am certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. Even now, my answer remains the same. This is why, sister, I promise you, in the prophesied new world, I shall plant the first bud on your behalf. Go now. Return to the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. I shall open wide the entrance to the nether realm and grant you a second life. The living beings on this earth shall respond to my call and lead you to the sacred daylight. Remember, do not look back on the land of the dead, and do not stop moving. In the new world promised by the prophecy, march toward your new life. As for the price of our equivalent exchange, let me be the one to pay it.
Everybody, we've come to the end. Unfortunately, I am not compatible with the Supreme Being, so I was unable to completely fuse their soul into my own body. However, being able to glean all this from them is exciting enough. I'm certain of this now. Before the Titans that we are well acquainted with were born, a group of heroes roamed the land. These heroes followed a prophecy and took possession of divine authorities one by one, until they eventually became the pantheon of the new world. Just like the flame chase journey of today, Amphorius's history is cyclical in nature.
Huh. What a startling revelation. This means that the demigods, who bear the core flames, will also become the new titans at the world's end, thereby shaping a new world?
In other words, almost like the history of Amphorius is repeating itself. So, Amphorius is in a constant simulation.
I believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova, as mentioned in the
I mean, that is the theory by Anaxa theorizes. I mean, hey, that's just his theory. Starreal theory, I guess?
This is utterly unbelievable.
Pretty much, yeah.
Besides, those twins in the past, even if they really are Thanatos, their whereabouts are still unknown even today.
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? Didn't Polixia mention that seaside town? The birthplace of alchemy and the tale of the dragon. In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches that description. Styxia.
But the people there worship Fagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I have also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia, it had long turned into underwater ruins.
Take this.
This is...
the Nusporist masterpiece, the Philosopher's Stone. It was made by transmuting all of the sages' wisdom into a single entity, with their flesh and blood as its foundation. Remember, I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all about conversion, tempering, and ascension. This process also applies to the pursuit of truth. Regardless of how unbelievable this sounds, the truths of the world have been refined from the impurities. Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real hometown, allowing you to reform the door to the Netherrealm and discover Thanatos' fate.
You still look as confident in your victory as ever. But what if your conjecture is wrong?
Simple. I shall merely admit to the entire world that my experiment was a failure.
Wow, he will actually take that failure to heart.
My line of thinking
I kind of respect Anaxa in that sense, even though he's kind of a mad scientist.
Actions speak louder than words, Castoris. With the assembly about to begin, don't forget the promise you've made.
I've already searched for so long. I'm willing to try one more time. While we converse, his life is also slowly slipping away. But before I leave, I have another question. What exactly did we witness just now?
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul. If we are to prove its existence, you must take the final step. Go. Do not disappoint me.
I understand.
Hey, child of humanity.
Don't get antsy. I still remember the question you posed to me. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous conclusions. Let's discuss this topic again when she manages to find the evidence.
I merely wanted to ask, was that stone transmuted from your heart? If so, rebirth is no longer an option for you.
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. When I was a teenager, I lost my faith. A while back, although you saved my life, I also lost my soul in the process. Now I'm merely forsaking my body. What's the big deal?
Why are you always finding ways to die? Isn't it good to be alive?
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path to transform into the purest of them all.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all? Furthermore, if your hypothesis is proven correct, does it not just confirm that the myths are true, and thereby invalidate all your theories?
No, it's just the opposite. If my hypothesis is correct, it means that I can actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
Oh. Wow. Things are getting cooking.
That's a lot to take in at once.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lady Aglaia, please, let me explain.
Go on.
You know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova, which is why both you and Kindness desire to gain the power to control that core flame in the approaching Citizens' Assembly. Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kindness. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death from this world. If they're successful, then the flame chase journey will cease, and Akama can enjoy everlasting peace. But I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated. Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not posing an immediate risk, the danger nevertheless remains. Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. But someone must bring the core flame before we can begin negotiations over it.
Well, either way, we gotta have to still look for the core flame of death. Either way, and plus I'm also slowly dying too, so... Yeah, either way, we need to find that core flame of death.
The Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by.
If you heard that sneeze, that was my father's
Besides,
sneeze. Sorry for you guys to hear
someone has
that.
to make this trip to bring back Mr. Soul.
Yes, I do want my soul back, please. That's the most important thing of this entire convoluted story.
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. It's that great performer who has weaponized your wishes and placed us in this difficult situation. A world without death. Do you desire that too?
If fate dictates that my path must oppose yours, I will do all I can to resist it and protect what I aspire to achieve. Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, all talk of what follows is moot.
I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard your true thoughts. Styxia. I visited that place in the past. Though it is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, it's not hard to see its former splendor. Go. I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated death. I believe you have more than enough reason to make the trip with Casterus and meet the god of death himself.
Alright.
Casterus, I too look forward to your journey. I wonder what kinds of new interpretations your completed story will bring to the Flame Chase journey.
Thank you, Lady Aglaia.
Now that I think about it, all this time we have not seen Mem for a while. Where's she's been? Where's Mem anyway?
I hate to put a damper on this heartwarming moment, but If Styxia is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, then how do we find a way in? Lady Treby is probably...
The answer is quite simple. In the myths, Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. That is to say, they could enter and leave the nether realm as they pleased. And if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity must be capable of the same.
Are we gonna meet Cypher? Are we gonna meet the cool cat lady?
I'll see you at Memorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide to finding that ancient city.
Everyone dispersed, each lost in their own thoughts. Wow, that was an entire day, huh? Man, what a long day. And we're back here. Let's actually switch the team now first. Before we continue. Let me go and equip... Where's my caster's team? There we go. Oh, there we go. And yeah, wow, a lot has happened, guys. A lot has happened. Alright, let's open up the book. Oh, C+Hero eyelashes fluttering. That's the look of someone lost in thought. That's cheating. How did you suddenly start copying me? But it's no easy feat to truly master the fairy tongue. You have to stay close together to really get the hang of it. But for now, let's open a new chapter. I want to share a new tale with you. Alright. Oh. Write a new story. Okay. And here we go. And we got like a sweet day. Whose vision's coming to view? Let's go where Caster is. Born with an evil curse, her hand dipped into lethal senbai, white lid. Oh, it's going through a lot of things, so we just gotta stick through this all because we could all... Oh, wait. Wait a second. Uh-oh. Am I hope I'm not spoiling myself reading through this, but... Okay. Servant of Death Casterus. And we have Anaxa. Okay, let's go with Anaxa. And I think the last one, Hyacinth. Oh, yeah, that's... Hyacinth. Let's go with Anaxa, then.
I saw the spell the professor carved on his body.
Okay. And then... Okay, yeah. We're just going through this, everything.
If it's just...
We could all read this through later, some other time anyway. Or on your own leisure time.
He is panicked.
Yeah, the last one is Hyacinth.
Is this courtyard a tad too small? It's okay, Clementine. As long as it provides warmth plenty.
Yeah, Hyacinth's a busy doctor.
Wow.
Oh, excuse me. Look at her summoning so much power. Isn't she cute? But Alright, that's Hyacinth's story. We're just gonna end there for now. Okay, wow. The Flame Chase journey has been lit. Okay. Everyone's story is so deep, I can't keep up. Does C+Hero understand them? What is a god exactly? Omnipotent, always peeking at someone like me. That sounds so odd, and with such a familiar tone. C+Hero Pass really is something special. But still, I don't quite get it. So let me ask it another way. There must be a difference between gods and us, right? Otherwise, why would anyone ever want to become a god? Right? When you really think about it, there's nothing that can only be done as a god. How strange. As I keep asking, I only get more and more confused. Maybe I'll wait until I've gone a little more before discussing things with you, C+Hero. Alright. And we get some reward now. So let's check out our reward. We got 120. Nice. And we get 40 Stellar Jade for this. Very nice. Alright. Think we got quite a good amount of Stellar Jade. Yes, we could. Let's see. I will consume some of this too, because why not anyway? Since I kind of need some. I haven't done my daily yet, so let's do some daily before we end the stream for today. But man, yeah, that was a lot to take in for sure. Like what Finan said, like so much stuff was revealed. Now we know that. Basically, if Anaxa theory is correct, Informers is in a simulation, and the Titan that we know used to be a normal human being before they became a Titan. So in other words, this world was already created beforehand, or whether recreated. So this world, it's in a loop of simulation. It's in a loop. It's basically like in a Matrix or something, somewhat. Kind of like the Matrix. Really, like, heavy, man. This is like some crazy lore stuff. But yeah, like, I don't know what's gonna happen next, but I'm looking forward to it. And I have a feeling that we're very close nearing the end of this Versus 3.2 story. So we might be able to complete it next week, maybe? Alright, there we go. We're defeating all the enemy here. Go. And we attack. Nice.
Receive divinity. Serenity is before me.
Root here.
Alright. Challenge completed. Alright then, we're gonna do one more cycle because we're gonna need to spend at least 60 more Trailblaze power to complete our daily mission for the day.
The dead return.
Yeah, but tonight I'm gonna be going bed too early. Probably right after I end my stream, I'm gonna finish, and then probably gonna go straight to bed after he did it. Take a shower, and then. Oh wait, actually, I need to prepare what clothes I need to wear tomorrow. I think.
Receive divinity.
Well, if anything, I'm going to like Yeah, actually, you know what?
Embrace a new life.
I think I still have my hoodie with me, so. Yeah, some clothes that I need to wear. But tomorrow is going to be very hot, they say.
May death protect us.
I don't want to suffer from heat exhaustion. That would be kind of bad. So I'm probably gonna wear like something.
The dead return.
Something warm, but something not too hot too. So something just right. Probably I'm gonna wear exactly the same as it is and let it just get soaking wet and all. I don't mind getting soaking wet. But I am gonna definitely need to wear a boots for sure. I do need to wear a boots. Alright, here we go.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
There we go. Hey, wait a second. Did I just... Oh, wait, hold on. I think I accidentally... Yeah, I accidentally like repeated the mission, didn't I? So I could just grab the Stellar J now. And there you go, 60 Stellar J for the day. And let me go to the Nameless Honor to find out what we got. Yes, we level up to 4. Very nice. Alright. Alright, perfect. I think that will be the end of the stream for today. I know it's been kind of a little bit longer. I thought I would have ended a little bit shorter, but I think we went pretty much the same. Oh, we actually kind of went a little bit longer, almost like 3 hours. Well, there was a lot of dialogue in this live stream. I'm sorry there wasn't like a lot of action. I've been keeping quiet during most of the stream, but I didn't want to, you know, interrupt the character talking over the dialogue too much, you know, even if I want to say something. But yeah, things are getting cooking up in the story. So I guess this entire Euphoria's journey was pretty much a Matrix for all we know. So a lot of mysterious stuff going on. But anyway, guys, I think I will be ending our stream today. So thank you all so much for coming and watching me play Honkai Star Rail, even though it was mostly like a dialogue scene. But we learned something very, very important in the story. And I think now, next time in Honkai Star Rail, we're going to set up to go to Styxia, Polixia and her twin sister original hometown, and find the Titan of Death and retrieve its cold flame. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you enjoyed watching this live stream, please consider giving a like. Click the subscribe button if you haven't yet. And check my Honkai Star Rail content here on my YouTube channel. I'll also be making other content for new gacha game like Wedding Wave that I started streaming last month. And you can check out my playlist of other Honkai Star Rail stream here on my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. C+Hero signing out. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye. And enjoy the weekend too. Oh, and also consider joining the Discord server too, so that you'll be notified when I go live again, upload new video, or join some chill community to chat with. Thank you so much for coming again.